Today we have with us the Mahindra XUV400 EL Pro and Tata's Nexon EV LR, the two long-range electric variants from Mahindra and Tata. But there's no range anxiety happening today because we have an all-electric ride performance and handling test. Of course, let's get straight to it. So kicking things off with the cornering test, and the first car we're going to look at is the Tata Nexon. Both at 60 kmph and at 65 kmph, it easily manages that corner, no problems. But when we stepped it up to 70 kmph, you can see it drifts just a little wide and clips that last cone. So moving on then to the XUV400 EL Pro. And at 60 kmph and at 65 kmph, it also manages that corner with relative ease. However, at 65 kmph, I did notice from behind the wheel that understeer had just started to kick in. So obviously when we move things to 70 kmph, it drifts wider and knocks down two cones. When we freeze frame with both the cars, you can see that the Nexon actually has its tail out but is holding a tighter line. With the XUV400, of course, understeer has taken it wider in the corner. So the clear winner of this test is the Nexon EV.
When it comes to acceleration, electrics sure do bring the fun. It's no different with either of these two. The XUV400 is quicker in all aspects, but it's really a close battle. And you aren't going to lose out on any excitement if you like pushing on the accelerator with either of these two cars. The Nexon is the more sure stopper in this test. It's shorter stopping from both 100 to 0 and 80 to 0 stopping distances than the XUV400. One point to note is we did face an issue with the Nexon EV during our performance tests, which include 3 to 4 hard braking events with 10 to 15 minutes of gap between each of them. This applies to every car we test. This Nexon EV ran into some considerable brake fade after 2 hard braking events from 100 kmph to 0, which is something we haven't faced with other cars that we've tested. In our rough road test, the Nexon EV was left with 240 ml of water, while the XUV400 was left with 210 ml. So the rough road champ is the Nexon. In the real world, they are quite closely matched too. Both feel comfortable in the city with all but the biggest of speed breakers and sharp potholes troubling either car. The Mahindra feels a little softly sprung though, and there seems to be a little more body roll that creeps into the cabin than in the Nexon. On the highway, they are both happy at cruising speeds with only big bumps unsettling occupants in either cars. They are both capable of tackling rough roads too, with the XUV400 keeping things a little more comfortable at slower speeds because of the softer suspension. However, the Nexon is able to handle slightly bigger bumps better. So the winner of this test is the Nexon, winning the cornering, braking and rough road tests. And while it looks like a bit of a whitewash, it's a lot closer a matchup between these two cars. We have also tested both of these cars in terms of their outright range on a full charge. So be sure to click the two Drive to Death video links in the description. We have also tested them on space and practicality fronts as well. So if you are considering either of these two cars, head over to Car Dekho and give that video a watch as well. Thanks for sticking around if you've reached this far. And please like, subscribe and share this video too. It really does help us. Comment and tell us your thoughts too if you have some time to spare. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.